Well, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to this bullish pump on BTC. Now that we were bullish, last week as well, when I mentioned on the Friday that the eclipse is coming, and we should be bottoming on 28th or 21st, basically before like two days before the eclipse, and that's exactly what we did, ladies and gentlemen, and we literally caught the bottom of BTC not once but twice. First we caught this whole pump on BTC from here like a pickle bottom towards 68,000. We booked here at 66,500 when it was losing it, and then we let it ride. Second way, we literally caught another banger around $63,000, and we are riding it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is the only community over here on 21M Technicals, and I'm so proud of it that we all are printing very hard. Atom pumping like hell, Aave pumping like hell, Solana pumping good. I mean, you can name anything. Every coin was supposed to go. In fact, in the morning I mentioned total 2 is bullish and it's gonna run up turbo, and that's what it's doing. See, we need to understand one thing. I cannot give you 10 calls or 10 longs. It don't make sense. A lot of people does just to show you that we give 20 trades actually, or 20 basically calls. No, that's not my style. My style is I go big in one coin. Let's say Bitcoin is one of my biggest basically I would say the accuracy level of Bitcoin is really good for me, and when I go big. I mean, I have a good coin margin contracts build up on BTC at 63,000. In fact, I got a good coin margin contracts at 61,000 because I don't have any USDT at this point. The whole USDT is in Bitcoin at this point. I'm just minting money with BTC. My BTC spot bags are accumulating, it's just multiplying. I went in for like 5x coin margin contract at 63,000, and you can imagine how big the position and the profits are. Amazing, guys. Mashallah. I mean, this is what you really want to see, something like this in this whole month, and I mean, I'm feeling really good about it. Our analysis was up to the point. I mean, look at the pump that we got around almost 12.3% move on Bitcoin. We caught it like, I mean, I'm so happy. I mean, 60% gains for me. I mean, for the whole Bitcoin spot bags that I have. I mean, few hours back I was having, let's say for example, 1 Bitcoin. Now I'm having 1.6 Bitcoin. You guys can just calculate how much money you could have made actually with me over here on our community, on our Discord. Well, this doesn't mean that I'm shilling my Discord, no, but I think we really did great actually. So first of all, appreciating each and every one of you for being here, because this is the moment I really want to cherish and enjoy, because these are, there were good times, there were bad times, there were breakers, but definitely we have been through those times, and now we are literally in a good time. So why not cherish those moments. So what is next for BTC, guys? For BTC, ladies and gentlemen, I think there are two most important things we need to understand first of all. So before we go to the Bitcoin analysis, let's go to what exactly I mentioned for the prenumbral lunar eclipse. I mentioned that prenumbral lunar eclipse, I'm expecting BTC to pump up and go to 72,000. That's like a weekly nickel PLC. Now the worst case scenario, as I mentioned, would be we reject from here and we start dumping probably till 6th of April and go towards somewhere sort of maybe 59,000, 58,000, maybe even 54,000, and then later we start pumping with the solar eclipse and running back turbo. So that is the first scenario that we have. My bullish case for BTC based on this is here. Scenario 1, where is the penumbral scenario? Where was the penumbral scenario? Anyways, so basically the two possibilities over here with the penumbral scenario is, first, Yes, if you look at from the perspective of fibs, the move on the downside was in a three waves. That's a clean ABC move, as you can see here, and the upside move that we are getting is clearly, in my view, some sort of an ABC. We are right now testing 71,000 max. It can go to 2,400 with an 886 fib, in my view. Why? Because normally what happens is, if this is wave 2, normally wave 2 don't go very deeper pullback. I mean, I've never seen such sort of a wave 2 actually. But let's say in case, because it went to literally 786 Fibonacci levels, and yes, a lot of people were so skeptical about me that, you know, why we were bearish, why we were bullish. I mentioned that, you know, we had a bullish engulfing candles, of course, dips are for buying. So we literally went to 786. Normally, you know, wave 2 shouldn't go that deeper when we are bullish actually. But let's say we are bullish and this is wave 2 itself. So if this is wave 2, ladies and gentlemen, and we are getting a very impulsive move. So first of all, let's talk about the bullish case. So bullish case would be on Bitcoin is that the move on and upside is your wave 1 over here, and this is your wave 2 over here, and we are right now doing wave 3. In the middle of wave 3, we are going to go to 76,000. That's going to be our wave 4, and we are going to pump it back to $80,000 for a wave, you know, finishing this whole 5 waves on an upside. So that is going to be your bullish case for, you know, Bitcoin. I mean, that is what you really want to see how Bitcoin does. So that is what, and then after that, I'm expecting Bitcoin to give us another rejection and probably dumping back down to the eclipse season that is going to happen, and the dump is going to happen to the target of 64,000. maybe even it's going to sweep the lows towards $59,000. But yes, so that is our first scenario for Bitcoin. I mean, we are bullish in my view if this is literally the play actually. But you know, guess what, I feel there is a possibility over here that we might be even bearish at this point. I mean, I'll just explain you actually. So it doesn't mean that we are blindly bullish or blindly bearish. No, we need to have a justification. We need to have a logical reasoning for every damn thing that we are playing actually. If you don't have a reasoning, basically, which means that you literally don't know what you are playing actually. You are just, you know, sniping blindly, which is something I don't suggest. Now let's say if this whole move is not a bullish move and this is some sort of a ABC move. Basically, this is A, this is B, and now we are doing 1 over here, 2. We are in a wave 3. As you can see, the volume is really picking up, so we go for a wave 3 here. The wave 3 is almost maybe one more push up, rejecting, come back down, retesting the Monday mid levels of $69,000 or 68,700, and give us a one more pullback to 886 Fibonacci levels for a wave B actually. And after that, we go for a wave C target, like somewhere goes to 54,000, maybe even $52,000, depends. But this is what the bigger bearish case for Bitcoin would be at that point of time. So that is where the bearish case comes into the play for Bitcoin. So right now for us, the bull bear territory, if you really want Bitcoin to pump to $80,000, you want Bitcoin to flip $72,400. So once it flips the $72,400, it's gonna accelerate. It's gonna go to $76,000 and $80,000 in just like zoom, and it's gonna go very quickly, you know, like a rocket. So basically we also nailed the prop trade actually. MT gave a very good trade actually. And what is our balance so far for the prop challengers, ladies and gentlemen? The trade is up $218 and we are up like 10,064 at this point, turning green now after long struggling. But I think this trade is remarkable for us, and I do think that this is very justifiable at this point to probably book the gains on the prop. Basically wait for a little bit of more pullback. But right now the market is really looking bullish. I really don't see a point where you should be you should definitely be bearish at this point. Yes, you need to be bearish only and only when the price starts closing back under $66,800, because once the price starts closing under $66,800, and then definitely we are bearish, and this bear case scenario is going to then play out, and then probably we will be bearish till 8th of April. and then later, we would be pumping up towards the new all-time highs. So right now, this is the bear case scenario, and this is the bull case scenario for Bitcoin. I mean, this is the two scenarios that I have. What is my high likely or high probable scenario for Bitcoin? So before I tell you my high likely or high probable scenario, let me just also tell you first what USD dominance is and what exactly we are at this point. I think the USD dominance is clearly having an equal highs. We did not sweep the highs, missed it by few, and then we dumped. Very interesting thing over here with the USD DOM is that right now we are dumping, but let's forget about the dump. I mean, everybody knows that we are dumping, okay? USD DOM is dumping. But what happened before actually? What was that before thing actually? Which means that you see this was A, irregular expanded flat B, and then you got C, 5 waves up. Again you got A, B, C. That's a 3 waves on the downside. Again you got A, B, and C. That's a 3 waves on an upside, and now we are getting on move on the downside 1, 2, and that's a very interesting impulsive move. I think we are going to go back to 3.99 and then slightly up here, and maybe if we don't lose the levels of 4%, then I think it's better for us to book profits and literally get the fuck out of the market and just chill till probably 8th of April. So basically that would be the plan for overall market, guys, whatever you are into, because then what's going to happen is this whole scenario going to be turned into bearish rather than bullish. So 4% is a very, very crucial level for USD dominance to lose it. You really want that level to lose on the H4 and daily, and once that level is lost, we are literally bullish and we are gonna pump it to like you've never seen such sort of a bigger impulsive move or a pump like that. So this is the very, very interesting times for Bitcoin and overall crypto market. Now let's analyze let's analyze Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. That's very crucial, guys. Very, very crucial. How did the last week closed actually? That's very, very crucial. The last excuse me. So the last week we closed BTC under 69,100. Of course, that is not a good closure as well, because since like 3 weeks we are struggling to get a closure above. So are we going to get this close this week? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're going to get a close or if it's just going to reject hard and we are literally going to dump. But I think at this point 70,700 to 72,000 should be our TP, take profit zone. So if the 72,400 level is flipped, then probably the party begins, and my next target would be 1 to 72 Fibonacci levels, which is around 83,738. And we're gonna go there, guys, whether you like it or not. But Bitcoin is gonna pump it to 83,738 if it flips $72,400. So that's what I'm saying, that we have to be probably taking some profits over here on Bitcoin. We just simply can't ignore the structure that we are having. Now also one more thing, you really want BTC to be bullish. Yes, you need Bitcoin to break above and flip this trend line. You see the bear flag scenario over here. So we really want Bitcoin to flip above and just run it back up. So what it really wants to do actually, let's say we start a little bit accumulating here, and we don't lose 69,600. We break out, we hold here, we retest, and we go for 80,000. So that is going to be my first sign. Once it break out of 72,000 and we holding it around 71.1 or basically these levels, then it will be very, very bullish, guys, and simply we just going to run back turbo. So basically right now we are at a strong resistance for Bitcoin. If you are not in any trades, I think then you'll just have to wait here. Don't FOMO, because FOMO is gonna kill you. So be very, very careful out here if you are not in a trades. I'm damn sure you guys are in multiple trades. I've gave you Atom. Look at 11.52 pumping up to 12.5, and trust me, guys, if Atom this time flips 12.5, it's not gonna stop. this is going to be like a biggest 1-2-1-2. Remember FTM did 70%. Yes, Atom is going to pull that 70% as well, and this is going to be your 1-2-1-2. So practically just imagine, if this 1-2-1-2 is going to play out, I think Atom is going to be one of the biggest gainers. Now, I'm not shilling anything over here, but it's just technical analysis. If you're flipping 12.5, I see Atom going to 24, maybe something like this, and then it's going to go to $25 as well. But this is how I see Atom going back up like this. So be very careful, if you're not in an Atom. If you're not in, wait for it to flip 12.5. We are already in an Atom at 11.5 and riding our long. It feels like we literally caught the bottom at this point. 11.5, almost like 6.6% up, and I'm feeling really grateful about it. Also talking about one of the DeFi is Aave. I mentioned, once it breaks out and flips or the trend line 122, we are 125. I am expecting Aave to run it back more actually. Talking about one of our alt is SNX. I mentioned, I also gave a long the spot backs at 4.5 this morning actually, and for those who literally caught the 4.5, amazing. I personally I'm in the SNX personally spot bags yesterday, since they're testing the 4.45 here. So this is where I'm riding it. My target for it is roughly around the sweep of this highs, which is around 5.4, and later I'm expecting it to go around 8+. Now I think we missed it slightly. I was expecting it to just retest the current weekly open or maybe even 2 Monday lows, but we just front run our SNX. SNX is very, very bullish. As you can see, the white candle over here, a volumetric candle is coming in, which is very good. And if you let's look at the 2-hour candle as well, it's looking very, very good actually. So yes, SNX is also looking very good in my view over here. A lot of falls are looking great, guys. You really don't want me to look those. Just imagine what Bitcoin does, and when Bitcoin literally plays the plan, everything else is going to. Waves, guys, as I mentioned, waves, I'm really bullish on waves. We are right now in our wave spot bags, very close for me to wave go for a break even. 4.15 is my break even for waves, so we are very, very close, guys, to our waves break even. Many might have a break even of 4.2 or somewhere around, but we are almost our break even. I mean, we are going very close to those. But I would like to say that I would be literally literally in my view, I think waves can literally go nuts and go to 4.45. But looking to the structure and the volume, it's literally bit a problem to me. So what I would like to see is if it goes to my break even right now, maybe this is 1, this is 2, this is like a wave 3, but we need a volume. So if wave gives us the volume towards 4.45 like this, it goes up like this, I am definitely gonna book waves, but partially, like just gonna book 50% and gonna let the rest of waves ride actually, because you just don't want to believe, but waves can literally do 10x. Yeah, you don't believe me, but it's fine. You might probably believe those who are going to shill a later point of time after we get entry on the waves. But look at the weekly time frame over here. Weekly time frame is so bullish. This was your range highs, this was your range lows. That's where we got a breakout, and a breakout after breakout we got a retest. So practically, if waves is flipping 4.13 4.13 on a weekly time frame, I think waves is likely going to run back turbo, and I think waves should definitely be pumping very quickly, very fast, to my target of a minimum target, I would say, of 11.4. So just imagine $4 in 11.4, roughly around 3x minimum. So practically this is amazing in my view, and you should definitely be waiting and having patience on waves. My break even is at 4.13 to 4.15 exactly. I have to check it. It can be 4.15 or 4.20, I don't remember, but somewhere in between I have my break even actually. So I think waves is something I probably would like to hold in my view. Now let's move on to our another alt that we are having. It is sand. So let's go to the sand. Sand, yes, I would say I'm not bullish on sand, honestly. Why? The only reason I'm not bullish is because look at the weekly time frame, ladies and gentlemen. It's very much going close to my break even at this point. 73.3, the white line that you're saying, is my break even for sand. So basically it's like I would have been very, very bullish on sand, but the weekly bearish engulfing candle is not something I'm very much big fan of. A very similar sort of a bearish engulfing we had on Dodge as well. So if you really want to compare how the weekly engulfings played out or plays out, just look at how Dodge played out as well. So you look at this weekly engulfing candles on Dodge. So yes, we had an engulfing candle on Dodge as well, this weekly candle actually over here. And what happened, we got a nasty wick taking this whole bullish momentum, take the wick, and then we start running back up. So if you look a similar sort of a price action, even if you look at just look at like a daily time frame from this engulfing candle, sorry, this is an engulfing candle on the daily as well. So what we did, we started pumping back up, and then we went down like this, and then we are going back up. I think Dodge has a potential right now, and it's gonna run back hard in my view. 26 cents is a minimum, and 40 cents is what I'm aiming for Dodge as well. Practically the Dodge is also bullish. I mean, I was just showing you guys the price action, but now as we saw the Dodge, it's bullish. It's gonna run back up turbo. So Sen, coming to Sen on the perhaps chart over here on the weekly time frame, you can also check the daily. But what I'm expecting Sen to do over here is a very similar sort of thing that what Dodge did actually. So I think Sen is likely going to do something like this, running back up like this, slowly go to 74,076 and dump back down to sweep the lows and take a liquidity around 53 cents over here, which is go like 52 cents, and then slowly and gradually start running back up like this towards 98 cents to $1. So hence I am not feeling good about Sen. It can run up back because we are in the bull market. The weekly engulfings might be not played out, but I would not take a chance because the likely or the probability of this engulfing candle is going to play out is more than, in my view, 90%. So yeah, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm simply going to exit the Sen at break even 733. I'm exiting, that's it. Now the Sen is also above our original stop loss, so even if you sell over here, you are going to incur -1 loss. But now why we don't want to incur -1 actually, it's 69.7. So let's just probably go it up to our entry 73.3, and then probably we're just going to start exiting Sand at break even as well. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so now let's talk about one of my favorite all that I'm literally having a big bag of is RSR. So RSR here it's very bullish, guys, as I mentioned as well. The last stream, dips are for buying RSR, and this is something, it flipped the weekly levels, and this is not going to stop. We are going to go to 0.015, and I think I'm not going to sell my spot bags. Of course, it has flipped the equilibrium over here. Equilibrium was the dip are for buying. I mentioned that these dips are for buying. Any retest of equilibrium of 0.08 to 0.077 are for buying. I think RSR is going for a very interesting range highs. My minimum target for RSR is 0.0135 to 0.014. Worst case scenario for RSR, you really don't want to look at me, but the worst case scenario for RSR would be it goes nuts, actually. Nuts in the sense we literally pump from here another 2x. So it just pumps out of nowhere. We go up here, not here, but we literally go to the range highs, which is around 120% from the current price. Actually, I am literally thrilled and be making a big money on RSR with the spots. Actually, I don't have any leverage. I'm just being a big spot buyers, and every of you guys know that how much RSR I hold actually, but I think basically I simply feel that RSR is so going to pump. I was the one when nobody was even talking about RSR. I was the one that RSR is going to pump. It takes a lot of time for it to do it, but now you can see the fruits are coming out and it's just paying very, very nicely. I think RSR is so poised for a move towards 0.014 and maybe even to 0.025. Now, don't tell me that we're going to pump to new all-time highs. No, RSI is not going to do that, because when it made the previous all-time highs, its total market cap was roughly around $1.5 billion. RSR at this point, maybe, roughly around, it can do another 2x max in my view to reach the $1.5 billion. Why? Because of the lot of supply got unlocked, and similar pattern is there with the DeFi coins. So I studied a lot. So you need to understand DeFi, NFTs, meta coins, gaming tokens, not necessarily that, or maybe any other coins, not necessarily those coins that made new all-time highs previously. You might be worried that why this coin is not moving. No, we are looking wrong actually. Look at their market cap. What was the market cap of that coin in 2021? Let's say if it was $4 billion. Okay, so right now, what is the market cap? Let's say it is just $1 billion. So you need to understand that max the price can go, including the inflation, would be around 3x, despite from the market cap perspective, despite of the fact that from the price perspective, it should go 10x. Why? Because at that point of time, lot of tokens were unlocked. Okay, sorry, were logged, and now we have lot of tokens unlocked, which means that we have huge inflation in the market for that specific token. Meaning that yes, we need to look for a different perspective, from a different perspective, from a total crypto market cap perspective. That's what we really need to look at into actually. So when someone tells you that, hey, look, the coin is going to do 10x, 20x, first of all, go to the CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, whatever you feel like. Everything is free. Go to that token, go to the market cap, go select the max, and see what was the market cap of that coin in the previous bull run. What was the market cap? And right now, at what market cap it is at this point, and see whether it is justifiable with the price. So if based on the current market cap, if you compute, and it just shows that the max it can pump 3x based on the market cap, and the price is saying that we should pump 10x, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Which means that this token really needs something more to literally pump 10x actually. This token has to have some big, basically, for more and be some sort of a product or a community that can literally do actually. So that is very, very crucial, So this is a small hint, I would say, I would like to give you all, so that you don't probably waste your time in such tokens that, we just keep on waiting and it's just not pumping, waiting and not pumping. No. So that is really going to help you. AI coins, a lot of AI coins having an unlocks or a logged, because they are new actually, and they're going to pump it up. Now, these year, as I mentioned, my target for AI is $50 billion. I think AI is cooling off at this point, and probably it's going to cool off a little bit. And after that, AI is going to run parabolic. So I think right now, a lot of people have started focusing on RWA asset. We are having C-Pool, if you remember. A C-Pool is a very good token actually for RWA. And then, a lot of people are having memes actually. Meme is one of the worst thing a crypto market can literally have it. Okay. So meme was the last thing probably you wanted in the market, because that's like a rug pull actually. So, and also why I think, the meme market normally runs two things. Just think it like this. It probably attracts a lot of retailers, new investors in the market to make quick monies. It's like going to be like quick scheme. So you get a lot of new money into the market with the help of meme. Okay. Because people at this point, I would say 90%, 80% of people can't afford Bitcoin. Can't even afford to buy one Bitcoin actually. Okay. This is very, very acceptable as well. So practically, which also means that they are looking for alternatives like they can't even afford Ethereum actually. Now it did like $4,000. No, you can't afford it. So what they're going to afford, they will be looking for cheap coins, Doge, meme. They can buy millions and millions of coins and make good money actually out of it. So that's where the retailers and everything is coming into the market at this point. But just imagine if the retailers and if the new money, things like this, what's going to happen with the overall space actually. I'm so worried about it. But hey, don't worry. I mean, we're just simply going to analyze and kill the market as usual. Also, very, very interesting thing for you all. I hope you guys are using our screeners, 21M technical screener, free of cost, divergence screener, as well as the breaker bot screener. In fact, I today released our performance of our AI bot with a win rate of 74% and a gains of almost close to 300%, more than 300% in just 2 days. Every 2 days we release our performance, you guys know it, and it's killing it. Actually, it's killing it. Whether it is buy or sell, it's killing it, of course. So that's what we have for the market at this point. Total 2, guys, I mentioned this is what my plan for the total 2. I drew this plan over the stream on the Friday 22nd, and this is what my plan was, and that's exactly what we are doing at this point. Total 3 is very, very going amazing, and I think this was the opportunity for you guys. I think total 2 is going for 87.7 billion, which means 23% move is on its way. Also are going to shine and also are going to pump up big. So whatever you want, alts, hold your alts actually. Okay. Talking about I also bought one of the spot bags, Venry. It is still at my entry break even at this point. I'm expecting Venry to break out. I mean, this is like to me like a breakout. Volume is decent. So let's see. I'm expecting a run up to 54 cents, 54.4. Then validation is 25.4. Let's see. One of the meme coin I mentioned over here as well, a cat coin. At that point of time, it was fairly, I don't know what market cap at that point of time it was, but it pumped like 5x in just 2 days, and been doing amazing. I literally booked 60% of my gains. I just invested 1 BNB on Catcoin, and I made almost like 5 BNB gains, and I have secured 60% of the gains basically. Practically, I mean, this is amazing actually. I mean, meme coin, but hey, overall I think the market looks great, but we need to be slightly cautious. Once the 72.7 is gonna fly, we are going to fly to $80,000. There are 2 scenarios on its way, bull and bear, guys. I'm simply going to let my spot bags ride. If I see Bitcoin losing 69.1 again, we simply close everything. We run out of the market. We just literally run like a Flintstone actually, taking our backpack and run. That's all. And we're just going to probably come back after 8th of April. That doesn't mean that we don't gonna trade actually. No, we will trade, of course, and but we will trade with different perspective and with different techniques actually. That's all for the today's stream. I'm really tired, having a bad headache as well, but I thought with Ramadan, we are almost half past the Ramadan. So one more thing, I'll be not available for 8 days in the month of April because of Eid holidays. I'll be traveling with the family for a small vacation on Eid. So I already mentioned to you guys, if Bitcoin pumps to 70,000 after my long, I'm taking a big vacation actually, and I think I deserve it. Okay, I've made you guys a lot of money, so yeah, I deserve that vacation, and yes, I'm gonna take that vacation for you for sure actually. So for 8 days probably, yes, sure, and less of the team members are going to take care of it. From 11th of April to 19th of April, I will not be available at all. I won't be able to do anything during this period. Nothing. No, I won't be able to run the bot as well. I won't be able to do anything. Basically, you just have to wait for any queries or anything you have. You can just probably wait for that those periods. So I'm just telling you guys that I'll be away during the Eid holidays, and I think, guys, we nailed it. We nailed this whole pump on the Bitcoin. I'm really happy actually, really happy, mashallah. So I think the plan is to run back Bitcoin to 72,700, and flipping the trend line means that Bitcoin is running back to 80,000 actually. APT is bullish above 14.5. We are running towards $25 and maybe even $40 as well. So if you see here, APT, Aptos, just look at here on the daily time frame. What I'm feeling is a very sense of a ascending triangle over here I'm seeing at this point, but we can also say that this might be a very interesting irregular flat at this point. So what I'm sensing over here is I see a very interesting I would say ABC move, which means that I'm expecting it to dump to 786 Fibonacci levels. Probably this makes sense to me actually. I mean, unless because there is an ABC, so it has to dump 14.6 to $14.3 one more time. Actually, that's the only thing it makes sense for me. I really need the structure actually, despite the fact that it has flipped the 14.5. But what I feel is it can do something like this, you know, something like this it might do, and then it can just chop again, and then it just run in back turbo. So this is what I would like to see. But if it flips the 16.8, and you should definitely be seeing a big move on an upside for APT. So right now this is the no trade zone. If you are literally FOMOing here, I would say no FOMO. You're gonna lose money quickly than you thought actually. So this is not where, you know, I make money with APT at this point. I make money with APT when it retests the 786 to 886, or let it flip the you know, the levels as I mentioned, 16.8, flip it up like here, we hold it up, and then we run it back turbo with a very tight stop loss. Well, this is my primary plan for Aptos. Talking about compound, comp is one of the alts that, you know, I personally believe and I feel that it's gonna run back turbo. This dip was for buying. I don't know how many of you guys bought it, but I was so vocal about it. I was screaming that we should be buying comp, because comp is one of the alt that is retested the previous highs. Actually, it was like a retest and we held it basically over here, as you can see, $72. We were just, this is like a perfect retest to me, and I don't know whether you believe it or not, but if this is just wave one, this is wave two, and if this is just wave one, if this is wave two, you know what is coming? Like Rune. You know what Rune did actually? Yes, a bigger impulsive move for comp is going to happen, and it's going to happen till, you know, not only $180, but I see comp can literally go from 77 to it can give you $240 actually. It can give you 3x to 4x gains easy peasy. So comp is something you should be having literally as a spots. Okay, have a spot and hold it for like few days, for like next few days for comp. Similarly, you should also be having, you know, Aave as well, as Aave is also, in my view, having a very similar sort of a price action like comp. Both are looking amazing. If one is going to pump, definitely the other is going to follow, and that's what I feel about, you know, comp. One more thing, guys, I personally also feel that XRP is looking so nice and so great. I feel personally it's like XRP is going to give us a very interesting pump actually. That's what I feel about XRP. So let's see. So if you would like to upgrade yourself to Pro Premium role or membership, it's not an independent membership, but if you would like, the current members, premium members would like to upgrade themselves and get our new indicator, signal indicator as well, access to it. Of course, the AI bot access has been given to all, and we are working on improvising the signals, particularly from stop loss and take profits. But we are exploring actually what more can be added as a confluence. Actually, I don't want to touch up with the logic, because the logic I have cracked honestly is so perfect in my view with the 70 to 80% win rate. So that is something, you know, you won't able to get it such sort of a AI bot anywhere else. But I'm going to improvise it, especially for those who are having the indicators actually as well. The signal indicator, we are going to add a screener that's automatically going to tell you which coin is having a best performance, which coin is not having a best performance, which coin you should be trading it, which coin you should not be trading it. So that is going to help you a lot. Basically, we have started developing it, and it's gonna literally take a little bit of time, but I'm investing whatever you guys are paying. I'm giving it back, you know, in some form or the another, not only from the trades perspective, everything. Also, in next few days, maybe 2-3 days, also releasing our you know, fund management bot for especially all the prop account, you know, the 26 members. They will be able to use that fund management bot. with the dashboard. The bot is going to help you guys daily. It's going to send you the performance report, and it's like, you know, the bot is going to be your go-to you know, reminder that what exactly you need to do for a day, whether you should be trading it if you have achieved your target, or what basically you should do actually, and what you should keep in mind. It's going to help you a lot basically. I mean, I will be speaking much about it once it's released. Since it don't release, I'm just going to keep mum. Lot of good things are happening. My friend, one of our members, Ursulan, is helping me a lot, and new stuffs are coming to our communities basically for all the community members, and something is going to be free for you, which normally nobody gives you actually, you know. Nobody gives you that sort of free things. They want to make money from you. I'm not here to make money, because I can make good money from BTC trades, and by trading, that is my forte actually. Yeah, I make money with these things actually, and I like to make it so at whatever you're paying it. We are bringing a very interesting thing in next 3 to 4 days, or maybe even next week. Probably I would say exactly the 3-4 days, but next week I'm going to have one channel in which I would like each and every one of you to select your, you know, t-shirt size, be it you are a male or a female, because the t-shirt will be unisex. So I just want you guys to select your size, so that and I'll be having a form where you will have to you know, input your perfect address along with your contact details, so that, you know, your t-shirt of our designed 21M technical t-shirt basically will be dispatched and sent to you guys. You know, it will be like a small surprise for you as basically, and once you receive that thing, you know, once the t-shirt you receive it, I want you guys to just take a pic and probably post it in Discord or maybe on Twitter actually. Just flex it. So that's what, guys. A small gift is ready for you. Basically, that's what I want to give you on Eid actually. So the form, please don't, if you really don't want to fill or don't feel comfortable in giving your address, you know, it's okay. Don't fill it, but don't put a wrong address, because I'm doing it for free, and I don't want my t-shirt to go to a place where, you know, it doesn't exist actually. So because I have to pay the you know, the delivery charges as well. I'm not gonna ask anything from you. So please do not put any incorrect addresses. If you don't feel like putting it, it's okay, don't put it. But you know, I'll be just opening that form for like a few days, so that, you know, because the dispatch and everything is going to take some time. So yeah, so let's see. That's all for today's stream, guys, and have a nice night. Bullas for Bitcoin. Let's just run it back turbo. Flip this whole thing, and this bullish count is gonna play out. Losing 69.1, we're gonna dump. So what I feel is now we should be moving our stops to 66.4k. So that is what we will be moving our stops to, and that's very logical in my view. So yep, that's all, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks a lot for your support. Have a nice day, have a nice night, take care, love you, bye bye.